Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Cancer. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for April 2025. This is your April monthly moon message reading. It's your celestial forecast, if you will, for the month of April 2025. Why aren't these wanting to stick together? What do we have for Cancer? For their higher peace, power, protection, prosperity, for the greater good. I'm going to shuffle the cards out. Lay all the cards out all at once first before getting into them. Cancer, welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. You guys, this trips me out, and I'll tell you why in just a second. This card's been coming out all different positions, but it's been popping out everywhere. Okay, but welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you smash that button. Also, I always appreciate when you guys like and share the videos. Please make sure you like the video. It helps the algorithm. And for all of my returning subscribers, you guys know that at the end of every year, I do a predictions video where I predict all of the upcoming full moons for the upcoming year, and then we journal everything, and then we talk about it each month when we do the monthly moon messages. So I have all of that we will talk about here shortly in the video. What do we have for Cancer? Midhaven. Scorpio got that earlier. Ooh, and Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We just, so we're Neptune in Aries right now, but also we're in the age of Aquarius, which is Pluto in Aquarius. It's very, Neptune and Pluto is kind of like Pisces energy. Neptune especially. But somebody could have Midhaven Pisces. Or Pisces as their Midhaven. We'll go into that in just a second. Cancer, please. Somebody's holding on too tightly. What are you holding on to? Could be a relationship, could be money. Yeah, and they're bored of waiting on something. And I just got clarification. Okay. This Ace of Cups, I'm hearing reverse. This Ace of Cups is reverse. I wanted to come out reverse. Underneath the deck, we've got the Lovers. Okay, let me see these. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. We are looking at a lover situation. If you're single, this could be a Gemini that you're dealing with, or this could be somebody that you have some kind of attraction to. Could be in a quarrel, a battle, lovers quarrel. Somebody could be picking on you and you don't understand why. It's because they like you. I know, it's like, and if you're like in your 40s or 50s, it's like, why? That's like schoolyard behavior, but it's human nature. 4 of Cups, okay. All right. Ace of Cups reverse. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. And what's the Queen of Pentacles? What's the Queen of Pentacles? Okay. All right, we are almost there. So I'll start to talk a little bit about the full moon. April 12th is the full moon at 5:22 Pacific Daylight Time. That's on a Saturday. It's the Libra full moon, also known as the pink full moon in Libra. And Libra is a sign of balance. It's the scales, right? So there could be some kind of balance coming to fruition during this full moon. It could be legal. It could be justice related. If there's been a quarrel with a lover or a friend, there could be some kind of justice coming, some kind of balance, you know, happening around this time, around the 12th. Imagine the solutions that could happen from this. So what we've got underneath the deck. And reflect on your truth and their matching backgrounds. That's interesting. Okay. So, on April 7th, Mercury retrograde ends, thank God, and moves direct. We will still have 2 weeks of post-shadow energy happening. So communication, transportation, technology, that kind of stuff could be, you know, still inhibited a little bit. But by and large, Mercury retrograde is over, thank God. It's been a doozy. Why does this not surprise me? Then, wow. Okay, then we, April 13th, Venus retrograde ends. So, when Venus is in retrograde, it's a time to reflect and to really kind of, you know, put into perspective things surrounding your relationships, especially romantic, but also platonic. And then, like, creative thinking, ways that you creatively express yourself. Now Venus is going direct, so things are going to shift back to normal, but after you've cleared out all of the negative energy and things that you no longer need, so that you can let new things in, more of what you want, right? Top of the deck, we've got, it's the Animals Wild card. For me, it's like the Bengal tiger, which I love. And then underneath, we've got the snake. Now, the snake has been popping up for multiple readings. The Bengal tiger popped up in, I want to say it was Gemini. So you could have some connection to Gemini. But the snake has popped up in several. Okay, let's get into this reading for you, Cancer. So we start out with the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle. These are 2 very similar cards when I look at them. It's the Nurture and Accountability card. So we've got His Abbey and Saranuaya Uva, Nurture. So somebody needs to, okay, when I see this card, it's like there's somebody who's been acting like a lion, but this woman has basically tamed the beast with her nurturing type of energy. So this is like a feminine type of energy. It's the Strength card, basically, in tarot, somebody who's been strong and courageous. But someone who takes accountability for their actions as well. So when I see this, this is either someone, this is depicting someone who has taken accountability for their actions, or underlying energy could mean this is somebody who needs to take accountability for their actions. Then we've got the Nurture card. And it's like, this tells me that either somebody needs to be nurtured in order to take accountability. I'm hearing big baby in my head. Or this is somebody who has taken accountability, and it's because they have a nurturing kind of nature about them. They know they are emotionally developed, right? Emotionally mature. They know how to nurture situations. Therefore, like, they take accountability, you know. So then we've got this midheaven. I know I don't know how it's pronounced, and I say it wrong every time. So I just say it both ways. Whatever. Somebody's midheaven, whatever. Could be in Pisces. That, or you could be dealing with a Pisces. This Pisces could be the one needing to take accountability, nurturing this connection. I'm seeing seahorses, so this could be dealing with a masculine and family matters. A lot of people don't realize that in seahorse relationships, it's the female seahorse that, I guess, produces the babies, right? But then the male and the female exchange the babies, and it's actually the male seahorse, the father seahorse, that holds and then births the babies after they've been produced inside the mother. So this could be like a masculine. We could be dealing with a masculine that takes care of the house and home or the family. This could be the Pisces, or you could just be dealing with the Pisces. I don't know. That's a weird message. That's weird energy to me. Cancer. What is that? Okay, so going into the tarot, though, I'm looking at a situation. Underneath the deck, we are talking about lovers, but we're also talking, it's clarified by the Queen of Swords. So this is, the Queen of Swords is all about clear communication and expressing what's best for all. She's intelligent, quick, and graceful, observant, and perceptive. But she's also, like, very, like, to the point, cut and dry, very factual. She's all about logic, wisdom, experiences, like, decisions based off her experiences. And she doesn't change her mind. She knows what she knows. And when she makes a decision, that's it. So I feel like she's made a decision about a lover situation. That's kind of what we're looking at. Yeah, it's a romance. It's some kind of a romance. Could have been something that brought up a little bit of disappointment. There was an apology made. So she could be making a decision. So in the past, like, somebody was holding out, maybe holding on to their decision, holding on to making a next step in the relationship, but they were tired of waiting. It's like there was this cycle or this circle, something's supposed to be moving forward, but somebody was, like, stuck waiting. Waiting to be recognized for something, waiting for success, waiting for recognition of some sort. And it's interesting because the Ace of Cups card fell, and I was being told to read it in reverse, but I'm looking at this. No, it's right. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and it's like it shows that everything wanted to go successfully, but because this Ace of Cups is in reverse, it did not go successfully, which is where this anxiety comes in. So that makes sense, actually. So there's this Ace of Cups, which is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, okay? When upright, it's like a new relationship, something that someone loves, or it could be a new business partnership, it could be a new relationship, or whatever. But it didn't go right. It did not go successfully, or else it would have been upright. I was told to bring it in reverse. Reverse, reverse. So, the weird part is that this is Leo energy. You've earned every one of your successes, progress, confidence, conquest, public recognition, triumph. Somebody's still getting recognition and triumph. Or maybe moving on, like, courageously, victoriously, successfully. But something did not go successfully in this new start, this new relationship. Because then you got one person moving on, like the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be the same person, or it could be a different person. Somebody's stuck in their head about the way a situation came about. If this is two separate people, I'm looking at somebody who's tired of waiting on a relationship to start. So they moved the fuck on and are sitting in Queen of Pentacles energy. And, may even have a lover situation or some kind of relationship underneath the deck, just completely content. Like they were maybe it was a lover situation that they were waiting on or whatever, but they're still sitting pretty. Like, they're the Queen of Pentacles. They're good. And then the other person, we've got someone, could be could be earth sign energy, could be a Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius, who moved into a new cycle, got their victory, got their success, but are now stuck in their head. because of the decision that somebody made about a relationship. Now, if this is the same person, okay, if this is you or a person that you're dealing with, okay, and I'm sorry, I know there's 3 different scenarios here. Someone was tired of waiting on the next cycle. They wanted a victory in some kind of a situation, could have been a relationship or whatnot, but it just didn't go through the way that they wanted it to. And while it could have someone stuck in their head, one person or the other, right? Air sign energy, could be a Gemini. You know, the other person's still moving on. Queen of Pentacles energy, they're good. They're solid. It doesn't matter. I mean, it might suck, you know, but someone has made the decision as to why they're moving forward and or moving on. For most of you, it looks like moving on. For many of you, it could be just moving forward, but in a different way that wasn't expected. And it's somebody needs to take accountability and nurture the situation. If you want this to come out, you know, successfully for you and the way that you envisioned it to, then you need to nurture the situation and take accountability for your actions. So then we move on, and I've got, you know, reflect on your truth. So what is the truth? Reflect on that. Not what you want the truth to be, because that's where the disappointment lies. Reflect on what the truth actually is. And then imagine the solutions that you're looking for, because that's called manifesting. So, but you have to be manifesting from an honest place. You have to be manifesting, you know, from the truth. So reflect on your truth and imagine better solutions for the outcome of this situation. So then we have got wild animals and the snake. I'm going to read the snake first. So this is like bottom of the deck energy. Snakes are skillful at staying hidden. This, by the way, is the little deck of dreams. So you could be dreaming of snakes. You could be dreaming of wild animals. So snakes are skillful at staying hidden, but they rank among the top 5 animals that people dream about. In the Bible and other world religions, snakes symbolize temptation and sin, but dig deeper and discover that they are also associated with divine wisdom, healing, and rebirth. So, using the scales on their bellies and ribs to power themselves across the ground, snakes invite us to get grounded, or they might also summon the arising of divine feminine energy, as in the Kundalini Yoga. Because they slough off their old skin as they grow, snakes and serpents remind you that it's time to shed an attitude, a relationship, or a situation that you've outgrown. Today, commit to shedding a habit that's bad for you or your mental or physical health. Or lie down and get super grounded. Enjoy the pleasure of your skin on the surface of the earth and relaxing into the feeling of total support. So, and I kind of see that. You know, somebody didn't necessarily get what they want. They didn't get the victory that they thought that they were looking for. And so they may be in, you know, kind of like an anxious state of mind. But this is because, you know, somebody had to make the decision to move on from, maybe it's a potential relationship, you know. But it's somebody nurturing their own emotions and taking accountability for actions, right? Pisces could have something to do with this. So the animal's wild card. Bengal tiger could first off have something significant to do with this. When you dream of wild animals, take note, something in your untamed nature might be awakening within you. You may be feeling the need to break free from the conventions of civilized behavior and polite society. Your instincts and impulses, including your appetite for food or sex, may be strong or feeling challenged. Although fear is a common emotion in the dreams of wild animals, consider that those that visit your sleep may be trying to befriend you, even the bears, boars, and tigers that chase, lick, or bite you. So befriend them. Consider their distinctive traits, how they move, where they live, and their particular survival skills. For example, a dream lion might be offering you the gift of courage or strength, or a gazelle might be reminding you to express your inner grace. So ask yourself which of the animal's characteristics you'd benefit from integrating into your life right now. What unique wisdom could be offering you at this time? So if you're dreaming of animals, you might want to Google the spirituality or spiritual definition of that animal. see how that integrates into your life. I mean, I tell everybody, Google it, like look up spiritual definition, and the first thing that pops up is what's meant for you. It's not like, oh, let me research all 101 definitions and figure out how do I know which one is meant for me. It's the first one that shows up. Like your phone is based off of algorithms, and it surrounds, I mean, it's listening to you all day long. Your phone is the best hint, universal hint giver that you could possibly use, right? So if you're ever looking for an answer, just look at your phone and see what pops up and pay attention to that, okay? It'll tell you what you need to know. But so I'm seeing lions, I'm seeing tigers, and I'm seeing snakes in your reading. So you might want to, and we talked about seahorses too. You might want to look up lions, snakes, and seahorses and see if any of that resonates with dreams that you've been having or things that have been happening to you. That said, Cancer, that's where I'm going to leave you for the tarot portion. Just to finish up, though, I love going through the predictions at the very end and seeing how that reflects and resonates with your message. So for the month of April, the cards that we pulled was the Queen of Cups. So that's dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And we've got this Pisces card here. Now, the Queen of Cups, she's all about loyalty. She's very loyal, very honest, very loving. She's also a mother. And she's very nurturing. So, could be talking about that here. Then the next card we pulled was the Giving Birth card. So, giving birth doesn't necessarily have to mean like an actual birth. It could be like the birth of an idea, the birth or concept of something. It could be a new partnership. It could be a new relationship. Whatever. But Queen of Cups, who is mother-like energy and giving birth to something new, could be anything. So, and I'm looking the whole time at the accountability and nurture cards when I say this, but we also see the Queen of Pentacles, and she could be a mother as well. She's someone who balances business and finances and kids and all the things, but she's very money-driven. Then we pulled number 6, the Waxing Crescent, number 4 card, Self-Love. Self-love is the best kind of love of all, and that's a highlight, for the month for people. And then we pulled the number 2 St. John's Wort Radiance card. Now, I'm not a doctor. You definitely want to go and, connect with your medical practitioner if you're interested, or if you need to, but it can be purchased over the counter, CVS, Walgreens, whatever. It's a St. John's wort, and it's a great little homeopathic herbal remedy that turns that frown upside down, right? It's a mood booster. So the card itself, though, St. John's wort card, stands for radiance. It's also denoted by the sun, which is the happiest card in the deck, first house energy. And, if you take St. John's wort to help boost your mood, improve your mood, that is a form of self-love, and it brings out your inner radiance, your inner shine. Now, speaking of shine, the next card was the new moon in Leo card, and that means shine. That's your inner shine. And you also had that, like the Leo energy kind of pop out with that His Abbey card, and you can see that Leo right there. So I always love that. Then the next card that we had was the new moon in Leo. I think we just talked about that, so shine. And then we had the Picasso stone, artistry. So this is all the Picasso stone, which I don't have with me right now, but it's all about expressing yourself like creatively, in your most creative ways. And what is your art? You don't need to be a painter to be an artist, right? You can be a content creator. You could be a baker. What is it that you do that's creative, that expresses you artistically, right? And then last but not least, I've been using the Astro Dice based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And I rolled South Node Capricorn and the 3rd house. And when you combine all of those things together, it means creative ideas. So that's like the theme of this entire month in April is creative ideas, crafty, knowledgeable people, and who you're comfortable with their intelligence. So, and they're comfortable with yours. So I feel like, Cancer, you're wanting to engage with more like-minded individuals. Something may have not gone your way, but you've got to reflect on your truth and imagine solutions that'll be more on your frequency, more on your vibe, more on your level. And just pay attention to your dreams. If you're dreaming of wild animals, look up the spiritual definition as to why. And that is what I've got for you for this month of April. If any of this brought you clarity, insight, or answers, make sure to drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I've got all of my information in the description below this video, so make sure you check that out as well. And also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs. You could get additional messages through my readings by knowing what that is. And if you don't know, your chart, your natal chart, I also do natal charts. Get a hold of me. So, but that's where I'm going to leave you at, Cancer. I really enjoyed this time and energy with you. I look forward to sharing that again in the future. Make sure you check back on the channel for additional readings. And I hope that you have a fantastic month of April. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Happy 420 to those who celebrate. And you guys have an excellent April. Peace.